I have two questions for you. Number one, I would like you to state the names of a couple of products that the people on the street might be conversant with from Merck Sharpe and Domme.
Okay.
That's question one. Question number two is, why does compliance have to, I don't usually ask a why question, Senorita,
Okay.
But why does compliance have to change from one nation to another, from one country to another? Is there any plan coming up where compliance becomes universal?
Yeah.
So those are the two questions. Yeah.
The products that we do have, we have products that are prescription products.
Yeah.
They are products that we have products for diabetes, for cholesterol. We have products for pain.
Right.
And then we have products and vaccines for cervical cancer, for flu, for pneumococcus, etc., etc. Then compliance really for the company is universal. It's not really something that is different in Asia from Europe. We belong to the same division. The ethical standards are the same. The point is how we articulate the ethical standards may vary in different regions.
Also, only the language changes, not really the
not
effect.
The values.
Not the effect.
No.
Okay, great. One more question. Now, you are a Latin American woman, you know, and how does that give you strength in the job you do, being a woman?
Yeah, I think being a woman, I'm very intuitive. Sometimes I'm very people-oriented.
Yeah.
In the past, this role was handled by men in the region.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, having the compliance person a little bit too strict and too pushy gets a lot of defensive mode in the
when they
audience.
See a woman across you.
Exactly. And when they see me in particular, I'm not the stereotype of a compliance officer.
You're so colorful. Yeah.
Yes. So
no blue suit.
Exactly.
No nothing.
So it's like you know, they probably you know, we have a different understanding. I think that is because I am a woman and I have experienced for 23 years in the industry, so they can respect and I can relate in a different
maybe
way.
you as a woman, you get a bigger picture, you have a bigger perspective than a man, because he can be so focused, while you can be so much more big picture thinker.
Exactly. And also I think the strategy that I have is different.
Yeah.
I work more on the behaviors of the people rather than on the process or the controls or the papers.
Right.
So I tell them, doesn't matter if we have the paper A, B, C, or yellow, you know, pink and blue. It matters what people do.
You give it the human touch.
Yes.
I understand you have also led several CSR initiatives for Merck in the Philippines.
Yes.
Would you like to share a couple?
Merck Philippines has
Merck Sharpe and Domme.
Merck Sharpe and Domme.
Okay,
yes.
corrected.
We have a very broad spectrum of corporate responsibility programs that they are, some of them, they are based on helping people to have bigger access to medicines. Some of them are just helping some communities, and we go, all our people in the company, we go to help them to build schools or to repair the walls, and also the doctors that they do sometimes, you know, checkups for the kids and all the stuff. But I think the most important thing is we are here long term, and we want to invest. And the idea is we want to really help the Filipino people to get the best of the medicines and to get better and healthy.
Are you able to cascade down this set of principles down to all your 500 Merck employees?
Yes, that is our priority. And being here, of course, you know, I have a region that is very vast, but being here, I think, you know, Philippines is one of the, you know, highest score in that
Performs
aspect.
well in terms of. So what would you say is your personal style of leadership, Senorita, here?
My personal style is very dynamic and it's very also people-oriented. I adjust to people, and when I came here, I work in many different places in the world. I work in Latin America, I work in Europe, I work in US, and then here I felt like you need to adjust on the people's personality, and now it's different to work with Chinese, with Thailandese, with people from India as well.
Quite democratic and quite affiliative. Now I have 3 questions from you. They're kind of personal in nature. I hope you don't mind. I really don't know the culture in Latin America. Number one, you sent me a profile with a lot of animal pictures around you. So does that mean that you are biased towards animals? Are you an animal lover?
I'm an animal lover. I always love animals. I'm a pharmacologist by training. I have a PhD in pharmacology, but my my soul is always stolen by animals. So I have 2 dogs, we have 4 puppies, and then 3 cats. 1 is Filipino and 1 dog is Filipina. So I'm expanding the family. Yes.
All right. Okay. Now your country has really beautiful culture and it looks great. And I also looked up some of the literature and the art that exists in Argentina. And I found out this poet. His name is Jorge Luis Borges. Is that the way to pronounce it?
Yes.
And he says, let me read this loud. It says, any life is made up of a single moment. Yeah, I don't know if he wrote this in Spanish, but here it goes. Any life is made up of a single moment. The moment in which a man finds out once and for all who he is. Of course, he also could mean a woman.
Yes.
No? So I'll read it one more time for clarity. Any life is made up of a single moment. The moment in which a man finds out once and for all who he is. So what does he mean, and what's your take on this statement?
Yeah, I think, Jorge Luis Borges is a very famous writer in Argentina.
Yeah.
And it means that when you find yourself is the moment of truth for a person.
Yeah.
And he was always looking after that. And I think it's very positive in order to say we need to find ourselves, and we need to also later on affect others.
And that applies to women too.
Yes, of course.
Okay, great. Now one more question. If there was one thing that comes from your heart, that comes from your Argentinian heart, and you'd like to say to the Filipino people, the kind of legacy as an Argentinian you'd like to leave behind, what would that be, Senorita?
I think I want to help always Filipino people here with my knowledge, my experience, and our strength.
Yeah.
And I think we had a lot of problems in Argentina that I would like that Filipinos don't need to go through. So I would try to help as much as we can, and also to help in this journey of getting, a better country for everybody.
All righty. Okay, the camera's yours, Senorita, and you can say anything you want.
Okay.
Any questions I might have not asked, it's yours for 1 minute.
Okay, and I hope Philippines is such a beautiful country, and I hope that the Philippines can develop and be much better in the future, as well as supported by external companies as Merck Sharpe and Domme and other companies, because I think we can make it together. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. So it was a pleasure having you here, Senorita. And that was Miss Maru Quindimil of Merck Sharpe and Domme from Argentina. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And this is your host, Raju Mandian at Expat Insights. And we'll see you next time. But we'll leave you with a little video on what appreciative inquiry is. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you again next Sunday. So adios and mabuhay. So salamat po. Salamat. Gracias, señorita.